Hello everyone, and I am Jurassic Man, and today we're going to be taking a look at the new Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Dinoscape Roaring Attack Kentrosaurus. Now this is a figure I've been looking forward to for quite a while now, and after watching Camp Cretaceous, I really like this character. I probably should have remembered what the name of this one was. But I gotta say, it's a really nice character. Oh. Man, these camera fixtures are crazy, right? So, there's not much to say about this figure other than it looks pretty cool. The box itself is pretty nice. And I like that little detail where they show the rest of the tail. Even though if you look inside, the tail is detached. So to give that illusion that it's still in there. Even though I think the tail would have stretched out at least around here, past the Carnotaurus. So, basic figure, basic looks. In the back of the box, you got the Kentrosaurus display, Kentrosaurus, Dinoscape, the Jurassic Facts app. Of course, in the other bottom, we get two other figures that have yet to be released, or one of them yet to be released. The Ceratosaurus and the new Allosaurus, which takes looks from the Battle of Big Rock design, which is pretty cool. So we're not getting that old Allosaurus look, we're getting that new one. So let's get right to it. So the Kentrosaurus itself looks very good. I mean, compared to the Camp Cretaceous design, it's a little off in some parts. The head is a little different. It looks a bit more unique than the Camp Cretaceous one, which looks like a Stegosaurus. But at least it has a beak, right? Now, like Stegosaurus, it is a Stegosaur. But unlike Stegosaurus, its plates, its flat plates, are actually spines on the way back here. And the most iconic feature of Kentrosaurus is when you look at it from the front. As you can see, these spikes protrude out in a very strange display, probably to deter predators from biting in the sides. They'll just shoulder shank them. I think these spikes are supposed to be on the arm, but the feature is in the way. So I don't think this is the way they can do it, or this is the way how it is in the show. I gotta rewatch it. I don't really pay much attention. I do the more attention part for other people to do it. But yeah. For coloration, it's very accurate to that of the Camp Cretaceous one. Minus some, obviously, paint. What the heck? It just stops right there on the first section. That's pretty funny. You can see the speaker in there. The Jurassic Facts app, if you want to see. There's a bar right there. And the tail kind of just... the whole tail is just plain. I kind of wish they did color it a bit. However, they did have the little speckles on him. I know a lot of them have that. The back side is this nice brown chocolate coloration. And of course, the body itself is a nice brown. Yellow splotches on the side. And I really like the stripe details on here. A little faded right there, if you can see right here. Details on this is alright. Very wrinkly, very scaly. The head itself has some nice details to it. Like I say, it's pretty scaled, right? Of course, the feet and legs are very elephant-like, although not too much. The back legs look more how it probably should have looked. And that's pretty much it. The whole point of this toy is, of course, electronic features, which, if you can see from the top, it is one of those ones. And like that Ouranosaurus one, it's very hidden, unlike the Ouranosaurus one. That's what it meant. And like the Ouranosaurus and all the other ones, it has three features. So, this is the first one, which is a roar, or a snarl. The second one is a more extended roar, which, before I get into it, I like to pose my Kentrosaurus like this, as in a sort of fighting display, which is pretty cool. But back to a thing. And the final run releases the body. which, to me, I gotta say, if they're gonna do the action feature like this, they probably should have done it for the body. This is like the Sauropelta, where it's the front body that's moving and not the tail. Like, that's the whole point of these dinosaurs, is the tail moving. The Ankylosaurus got it right, or in this case, Bumpy got it right. Whatever. Back to this. If you snap it back, it goes backwards funny. It snaps right back. So it doesn't go like that, and it goes back like that. It stays like that, and it just slowly goes back to its normal form. Which is pretty funny. But overall, this figure is pretty fun. I know it's like pokey, but you know what? They're not going to hurt anyone unless you really throw it at someone. Which I do not recommend you throw this at someone, especially right here. You're a lot softer, but I'll get into more comparison in a bit. Here's the Kentrosaurus next to the recently reviewed Pentaceratops. Now, one detail I like to put out about these two is that even though the Pentaceratops has this nice rubber frill and head, the Kentrosaurus does not. I wish they have implemented these onto the spikes, but these are assembled in because out of the box they're not in there. So you take them out and you put them back in, or in the box, but they're not in there. You have to assemble them yourself along with the tail. So this guy has 3 assemblies, funny enough. But yeah, the Kentrosaurus could have a bit more rubber spikes and such, similar to that of the Pentaceratops fluffy, squishy frill. It's funny. They should do that for all the Ceratopsian. I like it. It's not accurate, but I like it. Here's the Kentrosaurus next to the, shoot, I forgot his name. I probably should look it up. I should really do, like, stuff before I actually review these, but who cares. Here's right next to this crocodile thingy, and they scale up pretty well. Kentrosaurus is not a really big stegosaur, and I would get the other stegosaurus, but it's of course buried between other figures, so it's hard to reach it. And of course we have Alan Grant. He's not going to get his own separate comparison, he's just going to be right here, but compared to Kentrosaurus's actual size, this is pretty good-ish. It's pretty good-ish. Kentrosaurus is a medium-sized herbivore. So saying this is medium compared to our larger mammals, it's pretty funny that is medium size. So what score would I give this? Well, the Kentrosaurus itself is a pretty nice toy. It's a really nice figure to have in your collection. I gotta say that. The coloration on it is pretty basic and pretty okay, but the action feature really makes up for it, despite the fact that it is very strange that they made the front portion movable instead of the back portion, because obviously it swings its tail for defense. In fact, Kentrosaurus is the first dinosaur to prove that Stegosaurus does use its tail as defense, so it's kind of ironic it doesn't. But at least it has the spikes, so that's probably what they're going for. That's probably what they're going for the Sauropelta. So I'll give this a 4 out of 5. It's pretty alright. I see these a lot in Target. Well, of course, when I ordered it, I didn't get it. So, yeah. They're kind of $15 in the same range as that of the Roarvors. Although now with the new prices up, they're a little higher than they usually were back then. So, hope you guys like this review. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And see you guys on the next one.